Chronic exhaustion is the standard modern condition for most people today, but it is rarely the result of hard work. Your energy reserves are depleted by fragmented attention. The constant switching between tasks and notifications creates a cognitive drain that physical labor cannot match. Here, focused effort is a continuous line, while the default system shatters attention into scattered microlines. Our modern environment prioritizes this constant stimulation. This creates a feedback loop of motion, tricking your brain into mistaking fatigue for actual productivity. Operating within this system ensures you remain in a state of continuous motion without direction. You stay busy while remaining stuck. This stagnation triggers the quiet war within. It is the invisible tension between the biological drive for growth and the immediate pull of comfort. Avoiding this tension creates a form of paralysis. Every time you choose the path of least resistance, you actively delay your own capabilities. This paralysis leaves a version of your life entirely unlived. The potential you feel is real, but it remains trapped inside you as long as comfort is your primary filter for action. Change requires acknowledging that no external force or perfect circumstance is going to initiate this shift for you. Escaping the default system begins by accepting total responsibility for every internal choice you make. Mental weakness is a trait trained through daily exposure to ease and distraction. It is the predictable outcome of an environment that demands nothing of you. The ego accelerates this process. It prioritizes self-image and the need to prove yourself to others, which creates a state of constant internal instability. Building a new framework requires the deliberate shedding of outdated identities. You must identify and remove the illusions you've built to protect your ego. This process involves severing connections to the networks that keep you stagnant. Growth often results in outgrowing old relationships and losing connections that were based on a version of yourself you are leaving behind. While the pain of this loss is temporary, the structural integrity of the core that remains is permanent. A designed system treats attention as a fiercely protected resource. It is the primary tool used to rebuild your internal environment. Constructing a fortress of focus requires you to deliberately limit external inputs. You reject the default noise of the modern world to create space for intentional thought. Calmness is a skill developed through intentional discipline. It is an ability you train by remaining steady when your environment is chaotic. These flowcharts show the mechanics of that training. By injecting a deliberate pause between a stimulus and your action, you replace a chaotic reaction with a controlled response. Character is manufactured through this daily exposure to resistance. It is the byproduct of choosing the difficult path when an easier one is available. The strength produced by a designed system looks very different from societal expectations of power. Performing aggressive toughness or maintaining emotional distance creates a mental prison. These behaviors are often used to hide the same vulnerabilities that discipline is meant to address. Real mental strength is found in consistent discipline, focused attention, and a silent self-respect that does not require an audience. Within this system, vulnerability and rest are maintenance protocols. They ensure long-term emotional control and prevent the system from burning out. True mental strength is the capacity to maintain internal equilibrium, regardless of external pressure. This stability is the primary output of your internal work. While the current around you remains violent, you remain unshakable. Consistency is a rare form of power. In a world defined by distraction, the person who can remain focused and calm has a massive advantage. When the ego is released, the need for external validation disappears. You gain the freedom to act based on your own values, rather than the expectations of others. This alignment brings the potential you felt earlier into reality. Your daily actions begin to match the version of yourself you once feared was out of reach. Committing to this internal architecture provides the agency to become the person you were previously too distracted to realize.